Billionaire
You're so
single
beautiful.
mom walked in.
I've waited so
A
long
single
for you.
dad was
I love
feeding
you
her
so
baby
much.
an unexpected twist.
Wow, that's looking great, buddy.
Hello everyone,
It's for the
and
baby.
welcome
Such a
back
beautiful
to
drawing.
Romance
The
Rewind
best.
Stories. Before we dive into today's incredible story, I have a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying these heartwarming tales, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. It's quick, it's free, and it's the best way to support us in bringing you more emotional romance stories. And here's something I'd love to know. Where are you watching from today? Drop your city or country in the comments below. I always enjoy seeing our amazing community from around the world. Oh, and if this story touches your heart, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps us grow and reach more people who love these kinds of tales. Now, let's get into today's story. Billionaire single mom walked in. A single dad was feeding her baby an unexpected twist. Marina Castellano was having the absolute worst day of her entire 34 years on this planet. It had started at 4 a.m. when her 6-month-old daughter Isla woke up screaming with what Marina suspected was another painful ear infection. Then her nanny called in sick, legitimately sick, complete with photos of a positive flu test, but still incredibly inconvenient timing. Then the emergency board meeting was moved up by 3 full hours, which meant Marina had exactly 45 minutes to shower, dress herself properly, feed Isla, pack the entire diaper bag, and somehow make it across Seattle to Castellano Global Headquarters, looking like the composed, professional billionaire CEO she was supposed to be. She failed spectacularly at that last part. Marina arrived at the coffee shop 2 blocks from her office at 8:47 a.m., a full 13 minutes before the most important board meeting of the quarter, wearing yesterday's blouse that she'd frantically steamed while Isla cried in her carrier, her hair in a messy bun that was more mess than bun, and with obvious spit up on her shoulder that she'd only just noticed in the car. Isla was still crying, had been crying for the past 20 minutes straight without stopping. Loud, inconsolable wails that made every single person in the crowded coffee shop turn to stare at them, with expressions ranging from sympathy to annoyance. Marina ordered her usual, a large black coffee with an extra shot, while bouncing Isla desperately and making the kind of shushing sounds that weren't helping at all. The young barista looked sympathetic but completely helpless. "That'll be $4.75. Your order will be ready in just a few minutes, ma'am." Marina shifted Isla to one arm and started digging frantically through her purse for her wallet. Isla screamed even louder, arching her back violently. Marina's phone fell out of her purse, then her keys, then the coffee cup that the barista had just handed her slipped through her fingers before she'd even taken a sip, splashing hot liquid across her shoes. The diaper bag slipped off her shoulder, spilling half its carefully packed contents across the floor. And that's when Marina felt the tears starting to well up. She was the CEO of a multinational corporation worth $8 billion. She'd closed deals in 3 continents. She'd been featured on the cover of Forbes magazine. She'd built an empire from the ground up after her husband's tragic death 2 years ago. But right now, standing in a coffee shop with a screaming baby and hot coffee all over her shoes and spit up on her shoulder, and a board meeting in 11 minutes that could determine the future of a major acquisition, Marina felt like the biggest failure in the world. "Hey, you look like you could really use some help." Marina looked up through her threatening tears to find a man standing beside her. He was tall, maybe 6 feet, with genuinely kind brown eyes and dark hair, wearing worn jeans and a simple grey sweater. He was holding a toddler on his hip, a little boy with adorable curly hair who was watching the whole chaotic scene with wide, curious eyes. I'm fine," Marina lied automatically, even as Isla reached a new decibel that Marina didn't think was humanly possible for such a small baby. "You're really not fine at all. No judgment whatsoever. I've been exactly there. Let me help." The man crouched down gracefully despite holding his toddler and started gathering the items that had spilled from Marina's diaper bag. "I'm Cove, by the way, and this little guy's my son, Reef. He's 2.5. Marina. And this is Isla. She's 6 months old and apparently determined to ensure I lose my job today." Cove handed Marina the diaper bag, now completely repacked. "Ear infection. How did you possibly—" "Reef had 3 of them last year. That's the very specific, my ear hurts terribly and absolutely nothing will make it stop cry. I'd recognize it anywhere." "Has she had her pain medicine yet this morning?" Marina felt her stomach drop sickeningly. "Oh God, the medicine. I forgot the medicine completely. It's still sitting at home on the kitchen counter. I was so rushed and scattered that I just—" She stopped, blinking back tears furiously. "I'm the worst mother in the entire world." "You're absolutely not. Trust me on this. Every single parent has forgotten something important at some point. Last week I took Reef to the park and forgot his shoes. Just his shoes. Not socks, not a jacket, specifically his shoes. We were already there before I even noticed." Cove smiled warmly. "Look, I don't want to overstep at all, but would you like me to hold Isla while you get yourself sorted? I promise I'm not a kidnapper or anything scary. I'm just a dad who recognizes the universal look of complete parental panic." Marina should have said no, should have insisted she was fine, should have maintained the carefully crafted image of the composed, in-control CEO who never needed help from anyone, especially not strangers in coffee shops. But Isla was still screaming desperately, and Marina's critical meeting was in 9 minutes, and this stranger with the kind eyes and the patient smile was offering help she so desperately needed. "Yes, please, thank you so much." Marina handed Isla to Cove, and something absolutely remarkable happened. He settled the baby against his chest in a very specific position, slightly upright, head supported just so, one hand gently but firmly supporting her back, and started swaying in a gentle, rhythmic motion. Not the frantic bouncing Marina had been doing out of desperation, but a slow, deliberate, practiced movement. Isla's piercing cries started to quiet almost immediately. "This is what I call the ear infection hold," Cove explained quietly, his voice calm and soothing. "Keeps the pressure off the painful ear. Learned it at 3 in the morning during Reef's second infection when nothing else worked." Within 2 minutes, Isla had stopped crying completely. She was looking up at Cove with wet, curious eyes, hiccuping occasionally from the crying, but no longer screaming. Marina stared in absolute disbelief. "How did you possibly do that?" "Practice. Lots and lots of practice, and many sleepless nights. You learn things." Cove looked at Marina properly for the first time, and his expression shifted to gentle concern. "You have coffee all over your shoes, and I'm really sorry to tell you this, but I'm pretty sure that's spit up on your shoulder." "I know. I noticed it in the car. I don't have time to go home and change. I have a critical board meeting in—" Marina checked her phone and felt her heart sink. "Exactly 7 minutes. Is it close by?" 2 blocks from here, but I can't show up to a board meeting looking like this and carrying a screaming baby." "Then leave her with me." Marina blinked in shock. "What?" "Leave Isla with me for your meeting. I'll watch her. Reef and I were just killing time before his music class at 11 anyway. We can hang out right here, feed her if she gets hungry, keep her comfortable. You go do your important meeting and come back when you're done." "You want me to leave my infant daughter with a complete stranger?" "I know exactly how it sounds. But Marina, look at your baby right now. She's calm, she's comfortable, and you clearly need help desperately. So let me help." Cove shifted Isla slightly to show Marina her daughter's now peaceful face. "I'm not suggesting you go home and leave her for hours. I'm suggesting you go to your meeting 2 blocks away and come back when it's done. What, an hour, 2 hours maximum?" 2 hours at the absolute most. "Perfect, 2 hours. Reef and I will keep Isla entertained and comfortable. You'll go to your meeting, close whatever deal or impress whatever board you need to impress, and come back to a happy, content baby." Marina looked at Isla, who was now contentedly sucking on her tiny fist and making soft cooing sounds. Then she looked at Cove carefully, trying to assess whether he was genuinely helpful or completely insane. "Why would you do this? You don't even know me." "Because someone helped me once when I desperately needed it. When Reef was 4 months old and my wife had just left us, I had a complete breakdown in a grocery store, total meltdown in the cereal aisle. And this grandmother, total stranger, took Reef right out of my arms, told me to go sit in my car and breathe for 10 minutes, and she just walked him around the parking lot until I was okay again. She saved me that day. So now I help when I can. Pay it forward, you know?" Marina felt tears threatening again, but for a completely different reason this time. "Okay, yes, thank you. But I need your full name, phone number, and a picture of your driver's license. No offense, but I'm absolutely not leaving my baby with someone without complete documentation." "Smart thinking. I'd actually be worried if you didn't ask for that." Cove pulled out his wallet with his free hand and showed Marina his driver's license. "Cove Rivera, born 1992. I live about 15 minutes from here in Fremont. My phone number is on the contact card if you want to take a picture of that too." Marina photographed everything, then immediately texted her assistant, "Emergency childcare situation. If I don't check in within 3 hours, track this phone number and send security immediately." She sent Cove's number and a photo of him holding Isla. "Now, I know your assistant thinks I'm a potential kidnapper," Cove said with a slight smile. "If you were actually planning to kidnap my baby, you probably wouldn't have given me your real driver's license and phone number." "Fair point." Marina looked at Isla one more time. Her daughter was peaceful, comfortable, clearly in capable hands. This was insane, completely and utterly insane, but also absolutely necessary. "Okay, I'll be back in 2 hours maximum. There's formula in the diaper bag if she gets hungry. She usually eats about 4 ounces. Diapers, wipes, everything else you might need. She likes it when you sing to her. Anything works. She's not picky about the song. And if she starts crying again and won't stop, I'll call you immediately," Cove finished confidently. "Marina, go. We'll be absolutely fine." Marina practically ran the 2 blocks to her office, arriving at the boardroom with exactly 90 seconds to spare. She was still wearing coffee-stained shoes and a wrinkled blouse with spit up on the shoulder, but at least she wasn't carrying a screaming baby. The meeting was brutal in the way only high-stakes corporate meetings can be. 2 solid hours of intense arguments about expansion strategy, budget allocations, and risk assessments. Marina navigated it all with the practiced ease of someone who'd been running boardrooms since she was 28 years old. She approved 3 initiatives, rejected 2 others outright, and tabled 1 for further research and analysis. And the entire time, in the back of her mind, she was thinking about her daughter with a stranger in a coffee shop. When the meeting finally ended, Marina didn't even bother with closing pleasantries or small talk. She grabbed her things and ran. She burst into the coffee shop at exactly 11:03 a.m., breathing hard, scanning frantically for... There. Cove was sitting comfortably in a corner booth, with Reef on one side and Isla in her carrier on the table, positioned carefully where she could see everything happening. Both children were completely content. Reef was coloring carefully in a coloring book. Isla was holding a soft toy and making happy baby babbling sounds, and Cove was bottle feeding her with one hand while sketching something in a notebook with the other. Cove looked up and smiled warmly. "How'd the meeting go?" Marina slid into the booth, immediately reaching for Isla. "How is she? Was she okay? Did she cry at all? Did you have to feed her?" "She was absolutely perfect. We fed her about 45 minutes ago. She took 4 ounces and seemed very happy about it. changed her once, and mostly she just watched Reef color while making those adorable little baby babbling sounds. She's genuinely delightful. Marina held Isla close, breathing in her baby's familiar smell, feeling the tension in her shoulders finally start to release. I can't believe you did this for us. Thank you doesn't seem like nearly enough. You're very welcome. And Marina, you had spit up on your shoulder for that entire board meeting. Marina looked down at her shoulder and groaned. Oh God, of course I did. If it helps at all, you own the company, right? So technically no one can fire you for having baby spit up on your clothes. Marina laughed, a real, genuine laugh that felt absolutely wonderful after the stress of the morning. How did you know I own the company? Lucky guess, based on the fact that you referred to it as my board meeting, and the general air of authority you have, even when covered in coffee and baby vomit. Plus, Cove pulled out his phone and showed Marina a Google search result. I may have looked you up while Isla was napping. Marina Castellano, CEO of Castellano Global, 34 years old, widowed 2 years ago. Net worth approximately $8 billion. Forbes' most powerful women in business 3 years running. Marina felt her cheeks flush. You Googled me. Seemed fair since you documented my entire identity and sent it to your assistant as a potential kidnapping threat. That's completely fair. They stared at each other for a long moment, and something shifted in the air between them. Something warm and unexpected and slightly terrifying. Can I buy you lunch? Marina heard herself ask, as a thank you and an apology for assuming you might be a kidnapper. You can, but only if you let me pick the place, and only if you promise to actually enjoy it instead of thinking about work the whole time. Deal. Cove suggested a small family-friendly restaurant nearby with high chairs and a kids menu and remarkably good food. They spent 2 hours there talking easily while Reef ate chicken fingers and Isla napped peacefully in her carrier. Marina learned that Cove was 32, a freelance graphic designer who worked from home so he could be with Reef full-time. His wife had left when Reef was 4 months old, deciding motherhood wasn't what she wanted after all. The divorce had been quick and brutal, and Cove had full custody. It was hard, Cove admitted honestly. Really hard at first, learning to be both parents while also trying to keep my business running and pay rent. But Reef and I figured it out together. He's the best thing that ever happened to me, even when he's having a complete meltdown in the grocery store. Marina told him about her late husband Lorenzo, who died in a car accident while she was 4 months pregnant with Isla, about building Castellano Global while grieving and preparing to be a single mother, about the impossible balance of running $1 billion company while trying to be truly present for her daughter. Some days I feel like I'm failing at both, Marina confessed. Like this morning, I'm so focused on the business that I forgot Isla's medicine. What kind of mother does that? The human kind. Marina, you're doing something incredibly difficult, being a parent and running a massive company. Of course you're going to forget things sometimes. Of course there are going to be days when everything falls apart. That doesn't make you a bad mother. It makes you a real one. Something about the way he said it, the genuine understanding in his voice, made Marina feel seen in a way she hadn't felt in 2 years since Lorenzo died, since she'd been completely alone with all of this. They exchanged numbers at the end of lunch, ostensibly so Marina could check in on Isla later, but really because both of them wanted an excuse to stay in touch. Over the next 3 months, Cove and Marina developed an unexpected but genuine friendship. They met for coffee regularly, always at the same shop where they'd first met. Sometimes with both kids, sometimes Cove watched Isla while Marina took an important call. Sometimes Marina watched both children while Cove met with a client. It was practical at first, mutually beneficial childcare sharing between 2 single parents who understood each other's struggles intimately. But somewhere along the way, it became so much more than that. Marina started looking forward to seeing Cove with an anticipation that had nothing to do with childcare logistics. She noticed the way he smiled when he saw her, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. She found herself thinking about him at odd moments during the day, during board meetings, while reviewing contracts, in the quiet moments before sleep. Cove was falling too, though he tried desperately not to show it. Marina was brilliant and accomplished and way out of his league in every measurable way, but she was also kind and funny and remarkably down-to-earth for a billionaire. She let Reef steal her French fries and didn't mind when he got syrup on her expensive coat. She asked Cove about his design work with genuine interest and celebrated enthusiastically when he landed a major client. 4 months after they met, Marina invited Cove and Reef to her penthouse for dinner. It was the first time Cove had seen where she actually lived. The penthouse was absolutely stunning, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Puget Sound, original artwork on the walls, furniture that probably cost more than Cove's annual income, but it was also clearly lived in. There were toys scattered across the floor, Isla's bouncer in the living room, baby bottles drying on the counter. "It's not usually this messy," Marina said apologetically. "The cleaning service comes tomorrow." "Marina, it's fine. It looks like a home where an actual baby lives." "That's good." They ordered pizza because Marina had admitted she couldn't cook to save her life, and they ate on the floor while the kids played. Reef was remarkably gentle with Isla, showing her his toy cars and making her laugh with silly faces. After the kids were in bed, Reef in the guest room, Isla in her nursery, Marina and Cove sat on the balcony with wine and watched the lights sparkle across the water. "Can I ask you something?" Marina said quietly. "Anything. Why are you so comfortable with all this? With me? Most people are intimidated by the money or the company or the whole billionaire CEO thing. But you've never treated me any differently. Because you're not any different. You're just Marina, a person who happens to be really good at running companies, but who also forgets baby medicine and gets spit up on her expensive clothes. The money doesn't change who you are as a person, but it does change things. It always changes things. Maybe with other people, not with me." Cove turned to face her fully. "Marina, I'm not intimidated by your success. I'm impressed by it. You've built something remarkable while raising a baby alone. That takes incredible strength, but what I'm actually falling for isn't the CEO or the billionaire. It's the woman who laughed when I told her she had spit up on her shoulder during a board meeting. The woman who lets my son steal her French fries and doesn't mind. The woman who's an amazing mother, even on the days she thinks she's failing." Marina felt tears prick her eyes. "Cove, I'm falling in love with you. Have been for months, and I know that's probably complicated and maybe impossible because our lives are so different, but I needed you to know." Marina set down her wine glass with shaking hands. "It's not impossible, because I'm falling in love with you too." Cove kissed her then, soft and gentle and perfect, and Marina felt something she hadn't felt since Lorenzo died. Hope, not just for companionship or partnership, but for real, genuine love. They took things slowly after that. Dating while raising 2 young children required patience and planning and a lot of flexibility, but they made it work beautifully. Cove started bringing Reef to Marina's penthouse for family dinners twice a week. Marina started attending Reef's music classes and soccer games. Isla and Reef developed a sweet bond. He called her baby sister, and she lit up every time she saw him. 6 months after their first kiss, Cove asked Marina to marry him. Not with an elaborate proposal or an expensive ring, with a simple question during bedtime stories, both kids already asleep on the couch between them. "Marry me. Make this family official. I love you. I love Isla. And I want to spend the rest of my life helping you remember baby medicine and cleaning spit up off your expensive clothes." Marina laughed through her tears. That's the least romantic proposal I've ever heard. Is that a yes? That's absolutely a yes. They got married 3 months later in a small, intimate ceremony on the penthouse balcony with just family and close friends. Reef was the ring bearer and took his job incredibly seriously. Isla was held by Marina's assistant during the ceremony because she kept trying to eat the flowers. During his vows, Cove said, "I met you on the worst day of your life. You were covered in coffee and baby spit up, your daughter was screaming, and you looked like you might cry. And you were the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen, not because of anything superficial, but because you were real, raw, human. You needed help, and you accepted it. That takes courage. Marina, you're the strongest person I know, but you're also willing to be vulnerable. That's what I love most about you. You're a billionaire CEO and an amazing mother and the love of my life, and you still forget baby medicine sometimes. You're perfect exactly as you are." Marina sobbed through her own vows and had to stop twice to compose herself. 2 years later, they had another baby, a boy they named Harbour. Reef was an amazing big brother to both Isla and Harbour, teaching them to share toys and build block towers and make silly faces. Cove continued his freelance design work, now doing branding for several of Castellano Global's subsidiary companies. Marina continued running her empire, but with much better work-life balance, thanks to a partner who understood that sometimes baby medicine was more important than board meetings. And every year, on the anniversary of the day they met, Marina and Cove went back to that coffee shop, the same one where Marina had walked in during her worst day and ordered coffee while remembering the moment that changed everything. Because sometimes your worst day is actually the beginning of your best life. Sometimes the single dad feeding your screaming baby in a coffee shop turns out to be the love of your life. And sometimes accepting help from a stranger is the bravest, best decision you could possibly make. And that's where our story ends today. What did you think? Did Marina and Cove's story of a coffee shop rescue becoming forever love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Marina and Cove's story of a coffee shop rescue becoming forever love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Marina and Cove's story of a coffee shop rescue becoming forever love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Marina and Cove's story of a coffee shop rescue becoming forever love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Marina and Cove's story of a coffee shop rescue becoming forever love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Marina and Cove's story of a coffee shop rescue becoming forever love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story. What did you think? Did Marina and Cove's story of a coffee shop rescue becoming forever love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. If you enjoyed this story, we have so many more waiting for you. Check out our playlist for more heartwarming romance tales that will make you believe in love all over again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep believing in second chances, and remember, the best stories are the ones that remind us we all deserve our happily ever after. See you in the next story.